Hey everybody, Chad Wesley Smith here, bringing you another week in review. This is the first week of peaking for IPF Worlds for Marissa and Kristen's last deload before she begins her peaking cycle. There you saw 170 kilo deadlift for Marissa, and here is a gym PR, 182.5 kilos, 402 pounds. And I felt like she rushed the start a little bit with that, and then also caused the hips to come through a little bit late in the finish. In Marissa's peaking, we tend to consolidate the workouts from 5 days a week training down to 4 days a week, with 3 primary days being where she's doing at least 2 of the lifts a day. So here on Monday, she did all 3. So hit that gym PR in the deadlift at 402, and previous to this, when she did 391 in training, she did 402 at the meet, 396 in training, 413 in the meet, 402 in training. I guess we'll see in a couple weeks what that translates to at the meet. And then this is more of her medium intensity squat day and medium bench day. So she went 303, which would be about our opener in the bench, with a couple back down sets after that at 286. 90 kilo bench, which is was her second before, second at the Arnold when she set the world record total, but it wasn't her best bench there as the bar drifted towards her feet a little bit. She tends to lose a little bit of tension with the bar on her chest, so making sure to keep the chest as high as possible or weight up on her traps is really critical for Marissa's success in the bench. Here's Kristen just going through some deload work in the squat, 130 kilos, 286. She had hit that huge 163.5 kilo triple PR previous in the week, so I know that early deload week the weights were feeling real heavy for her. Here, Marissa is on Wednesday with 93 kilos, 205 pounds. She trains with the self-unrack all the time because we prefer to self-unrack at meets, since in the USAPL and IPF you do not get to choose your liftoff person. There, she did a great job of keeping the chest high. The pause could have been a little bit longer, but a very smooth lift at 93 kilos, 205 for a lifetime PR. And since I know she wasn't happy with the pause on that one, she went ahead and did it again. You could see that little bit drop of the chest causing the bar to move towards the feet at the initial press, but she was able to come back and save that. Here is her lighter squatting day on Wednesday after the bench pressing. So going up to 285, this would be about our last warm-up normally, but with the cumulative fatigue of the week, a little bit, it's just giving her practice at the single and the mental confidence that comes along with that. Now, Kristen, who is definitely extremely strong right now, as evidenced by the big PRs in the squat and lots of improvement in her conventional deadlifting, has really been struggling with her sumo deadlift technique. So here, I think she ended up doing about 10 singles between 140 and 150 kilos, really focusing on a bit more patient in the start, having her drop her hips and kind of hold for 1, 2 as she builds tension before she breaks the floor. She tends to rush that start in the deadlift, causing her hips to rise a little bit early and not allowing her to fully utilize her very, very strong legs. So we know that the strength is there. We just got to keep honing it in with the technique, more technical sessions. And kind of the magic of those technique sessions is finding the lightest weight that you can actually feel your technique and make adjustments with. Here's Marissa on Friday. We're in Texas, Austin, Texas, at Big Tex Gym for Expo and a clinic. So there was 325. That's a little bit above the second, maybe a third, just depending on how the day goes. But I like the progress in the squat. She's becoming more confident, and just everything moving in the right direction. And hey, who is this portly gentleman at the end of the video? Here I'd throw in a little update on my training. I'm kind of just doing what seems interesting. That means some strongman stuff, some powerlifting stuff, some weightlifting stuff. Never been a great overhead presser, even when I competed in strongman, and I hadn't done it much in the last 4 years or so. So playing around with a little axle, what I wanted to be a push jerk, but when it gets heavy, it turns into a push press. Then my heaviest squat of 2017 there at 320 kilos, 705. I keep chickening out when it comes time to hit that heaviest squat of the day, and I end up sliding the bar down my back about an inch rather than keeping it high bar. And finally having some fun with Farmer's Walk. about 335 each hand. Again, just sort of messing around, training probably about 70% as hard as I really could right now. Just trying to enjoy the process and get back in a little bit of shape before we start to ramp things up again. Hopefully you learned something. Please subscribe to the channel.
My name's Steve Gentili. I've been working with Chad online for about the past 6 months. During that time, I've been able to create some PRs on all 3 of my lifts and improving my total by about, I believe it's 58 pounds is the number. Working with Chad has been great. You know, he's a really smart guy, but also on top of that, he's just a real genuine dude. So it's really easy for him to give me information to work off of and give me those little tweaks that I can really utilize in my own training to build off of. Even though that the programming is all done online, I'm still able to get in contact with Chad, and really the communication has been great.